Do you have a dream, bro? A dream deep in your heart that you feel like if you had it, you would just be completely happy and satisfied and finally fulfilled. Maybe you want to take care of your family. Maybe you want to have a beautiful girl in your life. Maybe you want to travel and build an amazing physique and be respected by those around you. And finally take your family away from being poor and take them to actually a life of abundance and freedom. Do you have a dream? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you the sad truth, which is that you're probably never going to get it. That dream that you're thinking of, you're probably fucked, bro. And the crazier truth is that the only way for you to not be fucked is by understanding that you're probably fucked and choosing to change. Okay? So here's the fact of the matter. You have a dream. Your mom, she has a dream. Your dad, dream. Your brother, dream. Sister, dream. Your friends, dream. Everybody has dreams, bro. Think about it. Everybody around you, they all have some mystical vision that they want to be living out. Everybody. The more important question that you should be asking yourself is, when I look around me, how many people do I see who are actually living their dreams out in real life? Think about it. Is your mom living her dream? Is your dad? Your closest friends? How many people how many people do you see in day-to-day life between your friends, your family, your 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 friends from high school? How many people do you see that are completely living out their dreams? I'm not just saying in one area. No, I'm talking about in their fitness, their health, their career, their love life. All areas are maximized. How many? I can't think of. It's different now, but until about a year or two ago, I didn't know anybody, not a soul, who was fully living out their dreams in every area of life. And it's probably the same for you, bro. Especially if you haven't yet reached a place in your life where you're surrounded by those who are actually excelling at a very high level in their lives. If you're a normie, not in a rude way, but in terms of your current circumstances, which you can change, but if you're currently in a normie situation, well, then the chances are that you're surrounded by people who haven't achieved their dreams. And so the next question should be, okay, well, if nobody else is achieving their dreams, what's going to make me different? What's going to make you different, bro? And the answer that I've learned over the past several years from surrounding myself with multi seven and eight figure earners and guys who are absolutely crushing it in their dating lives and in their fitness lives and really in every area of their lives, what I see time and time again is it comes down to two things. Now, number one is having complete and utter clarity and commitment as to what it is that you want. Complete and utter clarity. No confusion, no distractions. No, this is what I want, and there is nothing in this world that's going to stop me. That's number one. But number two is consistent and effective action. Because again, you can follow any roadmap in the world to get to your desired endpoint. But if the roadmap isn't one that is formulated in a way that will get you the desired endpoint, the desired result, well, then you're wasting your time. Now, most people in life, They're stuck at step one. They haven't figured out exactly what they want and they haven't fully committed to it. That's 80% of the population. But the other 20%, well, most of them stay stuck, not because they're not taking action, but because they're taking the wrong action. They want to be rich, they have the vision of being rich, but they're at a day job all day long and they're not working on a business that's actually going to produce wealth for them. Or more specific to my area, as a dating coach, well, we have these men who want to have a beautiful, trustworthy, amazing, sweet, feminine girl who loves them and respects them. They want that. That's the desired endpoint. They know that deep in their mind. And yet, their roadmap to get there is just almost non existent. Oh, yeah, I use dating apps and I get some matches here and there. I get, 2 to 6 matches a week. And occasionally I'll take them out on dates, but it doesn't happen that often. And I see girls in person and sometimes I might talk to them, but I just don't know how to get down. I don't know how to really get their number or how to get them out on a date. That's their roadmap. That's not a roadmap, bro. And so again, like I said, there's 2 steps to having any chance in the world of even potentially coming close to your dreams. Number one is committing and knowing exactly what it is that you want. And number two is having an effective roadmap that you consistently take action toward. If the effective part of the roadmap is not there, it all falls apart. What does this actually look like? What are some examples? Well, in my own life, back when I was 19, I was in the military. I was working 12 hours a day, waking up at 4 a.m., going straight to work for the military, a job that I absolutely hated. And I would come back home every day and I would get on the dating apps and I would swipe, 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 swipe. And I would get ghosted and flaked on and hurt. And it was rough. And eventually I would just like sit in bed and oftentimes cry. It wasn't fun. And so I started trying to figure out some type of way to get out of there. And I figured that getting my finances in order was a good starting point. So what I did is I went online and I would type in how to make money online. And through that process, I eventually found this super sketchy looking course from this guy who was saying that he would teach me how to make digital real estate and make money with it. And I was like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. It sounds kind of sketchy. We hopped on a sales call, and on that call, they offered me a program for $6,000 with the promise that they would teach me how to build a digital marketing agency that would allow me to have freedom in my life. I was dead broke. I didn't know exactly what it entailed, and I was sketchy. I was sketched out. But I asked myself the question, if I don't do this, where will I be a year from now? The answer for me was simple. I would be in that same bed, working those same 12-hour shifts, getting ghosted on by the same low-quality women, hating my life, crying those same tears. And on the other hand, I asked myself the other question, okay, well, if I do this, where might I be in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years? And the honest answer is that I didn't really know. I wasn't too sure. But I knew that I couldn't afford to stay in that same place. So I bought that course for $6,000 at age 19. $6,000. I didn't have it. I put it on a payment plan, all because I wanted to have the chance to live a life of freedom, Again, I already had the goal. The first step is the goal, the commitment to the goal. I had the goal of living a life of complete freedom. Now I needed the roadmap. Now I needed the solution. Now I needed the mentor. Now I needed the path to get there, the map. The wise old sage to grab my hand and take me there. So I bought that course. That was December of 2018. And thank God for my younger self being so bold, so crazy, so stupid, some might even say. Because that course, that program, it led me to my goal for the past 5 years. Wow, 5 years. 6 years rather at this point. For the past 6 years, I've lived life completely from the income from that digital marketing business. I started from buying that course for $6,000. Now, it wasn't easy starting it. It took me 6 months of cold calling every day for hours after my 12-hour military day work shifts for 6 months with no results. But then I got my first client, then my second, then my third, then it began to just snowball. But again, it wasn't just because I was taking action. I had already taken action on other businesses before. I had tried multiple other businesses before this, and most of them failed. It wasn't just the action, and it wasn't just the goal. I had the goal to be well off for a long time, and I hadn't been well off I wasn't there yet. It wasn't the action or the goal. It was the effective action. Having the right guided process. Same in my dating life. I've bought multiple courses in the past that have helped me in my dating life, that have completely changed my paradigm, my beliefs towards dating. I bought a course about a year ago when I was working a day job I went to work a sales job for a bit, 60 plus hours a week. And I didn't really have time to meet too many women at that point in time. I didn't have time to approach. I was just so busy, or at least I thought I didn't have time to approach. It was a limited belief at the time, but I didn't realize that. So I hired someone to help me to optimize my dating app photos. And I was already getting a good amount of matches, but it wasn't the quality of girls who I wanted, and it wasn't consistently enough. So I was skeptical, but I hired a guy for $1,000 to help me to improve my profile. I did it. And literally overnight, I 4x'd my results, 4x'd my matches. I way more than 4x'd my number of dates. All by taking effective action. I had already been taking action before. I was already on the apps before. I just wasn't presenting myself correctly. I wasn't taking effective action. And so the same thing applies in any area of life. Most people are doomed to stay stuck in their current position, not because they're internally lacking, not because something innately about them is wrong, but because they don't commit and they don't take effective action with a specific roadmap. And so when those things are out of whack, everything else is going to be broken as a downslope effect of that. Okay? So obviously I'm a dating coach. So if you feel like you might not be taking the right actions with dating, and you're tired of getting ghosted and you want to be able to focus fully on your mission and still meet amazing, beautiful, sexy, sweet, feminine, great mamacitas, then book a call down below. On that call, I'll spend 20, 30 minutes with you, giving you my entire brain for free. And by the end of that call, there's going to be one of two outcomes. Either you'll be working with me one-on-one in my program with the guarantee that you go out on at least 5 dates in the next 90 days with beautiful, amazing, sweet, great girls. And if you don't, we give you a full refund, and we pay you. That's one option. You work with me one-on-one and get your dream girl, or we pay you. That's option one. Or option two is that on that call, you don't seem to have the hard-working mentality and the commitment that we look for in our clients. So I don't take you on as a client, but I still give you a kick in the ass and some strategies to improve your dating life on your own. If you book a call with me, those are the two options. It's a free call. So if you want to do that, book down below. If not, regardless, you need to understand that nobody's coming to save you in life, bro. Like if you're currently in a position in your life where you're just not satisfied, or you're not making as much progress as you feel like you should be making, like you look back a year ago and your body's the same, your mentality is much the same, your savings account is much the same, not much is changing. I'm not going to put ideas in your head for you. Ask yourself, like, does the man that I want to be, the echelon of man that I desire to be, would he be stuck in the same position in life for as long as I've been without any significant upwards momentum? Would he stay in this same spot, the type of man who I desire to be, who I know I can be? Think about it. And you already know your answer. So if you're not just talking about it, not just thinking about it, but you're actually going to do it, then book a call down below. And if not, regardless, it's still all love. Keep consuming, keep watching, but eventually you'll realize that all the watching and consumption in the world won't get you anywhere. Those are the two steps, gentlemen. Number one, commit and know with complete clarity exactly what you want. And number two, take effective action consistently. If you do that, you will win. God bless. Godspeed. I'll see you boys next time.